I think I just accidentally disconnected myself when I was done uh, sharing screen. So here we are. It's all good. It happens to the best of people.
We're still in Mercury retrograde.
Grace, I deeply appreciate it. Oh my gosh. Because I am like deeply frustrated, but what are you gonna do? Like it happens, technical things happen, so you just roll with it.
Breathe through it.
That's all you can do. All right, let me go back to uh, the desktop and then just sharing our member area. People will find their way over. So if you were just listening to part one, welcome back for part two. And so thank you so much. I was just juggling two different applications and like Zoom on my phone, Zoom on my computer, passing host back and forth for sharing screen so you could see the way it looked on mobile. It got a little tricky, but here we are. We're back. Um, and we're going to get into some of the mini reading component in a moment. But yeah, I'm so grateful that the two of you are here. I'm curious about our community and what you might share about our community on the whole. Um, I'd love to hear from both of you. Um, when you joined Star, why? Like, why did you join when it was open? What was it that had you go, yeah, I should do that?
I'm happy to go first. I joined because I was enjoying doing your courses that you had been doing previously, but this was a doorway into talking with other people about astrology. So it wasn't just leaning on UK and being in a group that were also learning astrology the way you teach it. And what I thought I was getting and what I got is even better effectively because the community and the way they support you and the skills and talents and perspectives of everyone who joins has actually enhanced my ability to learn astrology, but also love it and learn more about myself, my family, the way energy works, the way I turn up in different relationships, and having all of those people around just gives the whole thing so much more momentum and support. And there's been so many readings that have happened where the group really wrap around the person who's talking about something um, that is challenging in their lives, whether it be a relationship or an experience. And you just don't get support like that from anyone else. And this next version of Star Club, people are in posts even talking about astrology and sharing what they see, but then also adding their insights, doing card readings, giving guidance. Like you just don't get that anywhere else, Kay.
Thank you for sharing that. I think that's been also one of my favorite parts about this round of Star Club too, especially post Cards and Stars that I led last year with ASO Tarot. There's so many community members from the Cards and Stars community who have jumped into Star Club who are like, if you got a question, I got a deck. Let me tell you what I see. And so they're willing to just take a look at stuff and exchange with you and share like what it is that they see for your situation. It's a very respectful, very loving, very supportive community in that way. People really willing to share their gifts. Raven, what about you? What, when you saw the opportunity to join, what was like, what had you go, okay, yeah, Star Club is how I need to start 2026?
Um, I want to say my spirit guide just said it's time to reintegrate into society. Um, I love astrology. I've always studied it, not always had an opportunity to. So I think I had a couple readings with you prior to. Um, I think it started in 2022, and I just listened and learned. I like your approach to astrology, the synergy and integration of spirituality along with tarot, crystals because that's kind of like my love too. I probably could have bought a house by now with all the crystals that I have. Um, but it just allowed me to integrate that. So when you created the space, um, I just felt comfortable doing that, even though I still prefer the one-on-one readings when it comes to just other things going on. But definitely a place where your privacy is respected, but you always have the support of the group. And when you're posting stuff, it's good. You get that support, and you're not, like you said, you're not forced to complete everything or participate. You can do it at your own pace and what you're comfortable um, participating in. So when the opportunity came, I just got the nudge and it was like, yep, now's the time. So here I am.
Amazing. I'm so grateful that you joined. The two of you have been such extraordinary community members, just in the way you share vulnerability, transparency, humor, and then support for other members of the community. It's been awesome to have you. I'm gonna let you both go. I know you both have things to get on to. It's starting your workday over there in Australia, Jules. So thank you for taking the time to be here. It means so
You're
much.
most welcome.
And I know it's coming into your evening and dinner time, Raven, so I'm going to let you go as well. Thank you for joining.
Thank you for inviting. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay.
Hey, can I just say one last thing? Is
Of
that unlike any other group um online ever, there is no negative, spicy nastiness in this group. It is pure magic and people turning up for each other. It is unique in that way.
I love that. I love that. I'm so glad that you shared that because that was actually one of the questions I was going to ask you, but we were getting on in time. Like, what's not here that you see in other groups that actually makes you appreciate this group even more? And you nailed it. I haven't seen it. Our group is so kind, so loving, so supportive. Um, it actually makes you appreciate social media again because it's like such a safe space.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. It's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that. I'm so grateful all of you all are here. Okay, thank you. Go enjoy your workday. Thank you, Jules. Have a
Thank
great
you.
Friday.
Bye-bye. Thank
Happy
you.
Friday to you.
Thank
Um,
you.
and Raven, thank you. You can feel free to stick around if you like, Raven. You don't have to go if you want to stick around. It's totally cool.
Okay. Yeah, I still have some time before bedtime.
Okay, amazing. Right? And we still have a whole Kiki to get to with our um member voted live, which we're going to do in roughly an hour. But if you'd like to join Star Club, like I said, there's one seat left for full moon and one seat left for new moon. If you'd like to do that, now would be the right time to join. If you have any questions about the program, feel free to put it in the chat. I'll take questions about the program, and I'm also going to read a couple of charts. Catherine says she would love a chart reading. And so Taria said she would as well. I'm happy to read for both of you. And this is essentially what like a fishbowl reading is going to be like, or is like. If you've never had one, welcome. Um, Let me go ahead and set up a chart for you, Catherine. Um, I know what I might do to make this easy is send you a link, Catherine, because I think I have your email. You and I have spoken in the past. Your email's the same, then I'm going to email you now. Um, oh, I don't think I have your email. But if you want to drop your birth details in the chat, I'm happy to read for you and your question. And then Taria, I will also email you as well. There we go. And if you two want to join the Zoom, then I would love to have you both. Um, there we go. So check your inboxes, both of you. I'm going to go ahead and do a mini reading for you guys, and we will get started. Okay. So coming back here and then resharing screen. Here we go. Here's Taria. Awesome. Hey, Taria, welcome. How are you doing? Can you hear me okay? Oh, it says she's joining. And so this is what a fishbowl reading would be like if you decide to join the full moon membership. Like I said, there's one full moon membership left for this cohort, and then the next full moon readings will open up again in May, mid-May. If you'd like to become a full moon member of Star Club, you'll have the opportunity to do that in May if you miss this round. Okay, so here we go. So I'm just waiting on Catherine and Taria to join. And once they join, then I'll be able to read for the two of them. Hey, Taria, welcome. You can unmute yourself.
Hello, can you hear
Oh,
me?
I can. Great to have you.
Oh,
Okay, so you want to give me your birth state and city first.
am I going right now?
Yeah, you're gonna go.
Okay, great. Um, Birth date 04/02/1985.
Happy upcoming birthday.
Oh, thank you very much.
And the state and the city?
Urbana, Illinois.
Okay. Forgot the B. There we go. Urbana, and then the time.
10:08 a.m.
Okay. 8 a.m. Okay, so we're gonna play by Star Club rules. I am going to answer some questions or a question for Taria. Taria, how do I say your name?
Taria, like Maria, but with a T.
Beautiful name. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
So yes, Catherine, I sent the Zoom link to you to your D Markowitz address. So if you want to join that way you can. Jumped over to YouTube, challenging my technical skills right on. Raven, great to see you there as well. So this we're gonna play by Star Club rules chat. I'm gonna do a mini reading here for Taria here. At the end of my time with her, I'm going to ask her, does she want support, commentary, confirmation, validation? If she says yes, then you can add whatever you'd like there in the chat. If she says no, then we collectively are silent. We say nothing else to her about her reading, not even encouragement, not even validation. We just respect her boundary around that. And that's what makes the space safe is people get to decide for themselves what kind of support or if any support they're ready to have in Star Club. You get to engage the way it works for you. So Taria, this is your mini read. You got your chart up. Go ahead and let me know your question.
I would love to look at what's been going on with my love life and then what sort of opportunities are coming up.
Sure. Okay, so when it comes to the arena of love, traditionally in astrology, we look to the seventh house of marriage and partnership. We also will look to the governor of that house. And so this house is governed by the sign of Capricorn. The planetary governor is Saturn. Your Saturn is here at the 27th degree of Scorpio. Yeah, baby, you've been going through it. I see. When you're like, what is going on with my love life? I see why you're asking. That 27th degree of Scorpio has been receiving a lot of activation
Hmm.
from Uranus, which is in opposition at the 28th degree of Taurus. So, what does this mean? What is that all about? This is talking about quantum leaps, dramatic change, rapid growth, about faces, quantum mind, God mind, becoming a part of your world. But because this is an opposition, it's breaking down all of the Saturnian structures and boundaries, all of the way you previously thought relationship worked, and it's forcing a new pattern into the mix. And because, like I said, because it's in opposition, I can see this is not comfortable. This is not happening in a way that feels smooth or easy or fun or light. This is happening in a way that probably feels a bit shocking, thanks Uranus, a bit destabilizing, also Uranian, a bit unpredictable. Also, simultaneously, it looks like because it's coming in from the house of hopes, wishes, and dreams, that's the 11th house, and friendships. There is some energy here that really speaks to changes in what you thought was the optimum relationship, almost as if you got exactly what you wanted, only to figure out, I don't want this at all. Or you got something that you never got what you wanted. You got something completely different, only to go, whoa, I didn't know this was on the menu. This is what's havable in the relationship arena. Oh, okay, I'll have more of this. If you've been on a steady diet of like Pringles and beef jerky, finding out that there's, mashed potatoes and filet mignon if you like steak, right? That sort of distinction.
Oh, yeah.
So, this can feel disruptive. It can feel destabilizing if you've been in a commitment or some format of ongoing connection. This can also feel like you don't know, like the sands are shifting underneath your feet. Like you don't know if you can rely on it any further. You don't know if it's
Hmm.
steady or stable. This continues. That's the bad news, but the good news is that it's not for much longer. Uranus is about to move. So we're at 319 today. Let's just go up here to 619, 90 days away. Boom. Uranus is in a new sign. It's at the 3rd degree of Gemini. It is no longer in contact in the same way with your natal Saturn. The worst of this is now behind you. The most difficult parts are now, whew, 2025, 2023, 2024. That's when you would have felt most of the upheaval. Things start to settle as we move toward the May, June, July timeframe. So this is what I can see from my bird's eye view astrologically. We also see that Jupiter has been here trining, or will get ready to trine again, your natal Saturn. By the time we get into this June timeframe, Jupiter trine that natal Saturn is going to actually bring some stability. It's going to bring some peace. It's going to bring some expansion and some realignment of values with whomever you're working with. But this period of time that has created a lot of destabilization has been important because it's wanted to open your eyes to Rhea, to what really matters to you in partnership. What's what are your actual boundaries? Not what are society's standards for what you should have, but what actually matters to you. What's your real value on it? Um, and also really giving you some clarity about your aspirations here and removing any false aspirations, things that maybe you wanted when you were younger, but now no longer fit who you truly are. You tell me, girl, what is going on in your relationship world?
Well, I have been going through this transformation where I'm coming from sort of more anxiously attached into more secure attachment, but that was a lot of, facing where I was participating in my own distress.
Mm. Can you say
And
more about that? Uh,
what?
Can you say more about that? I just, just for the people in the back, what does that mean?
Well, it
So
comes
evolved.
from acknowledging that in my parenting, there was a lot of emotional unavail- unavailability. And so that's what I was attracting or attracted to in partners. And that's the runner chaser dynamic, coming close and then pulling back and coming close. And it's a roller coaster, and it's can be pretty horrible. I mean, for me, it was very impactful on self-esteem. And so I had to look at where I knew it was time to cut something off, but I stayed because of what I believed about myself and about the world. And that's been really hard. I'm still trying to piece that together in my mind. Um, but I've come, and that's how I've come from secure to, from anxious to more secure. Now I'm a little bit afraid of relationships. And so I'm trying not to go to avoidant, basically. I don't want to treat other people the way I was treated just because I'm hurt. And so that's been a lot of facing things in my ongoing connection. And as I've tried to move away from this connection, the energy just keeps pulling and pulling and pulling on me. It's almost as if he knows that I am standing on my own 2 feet and sort of moving in my own directions, supporting myself. And it's like pulling me back in. He we haven't really kept in touch since like 2021 or two, but he spent the entire last year stalking my LinkedIn profile, which is very strange.
LinkedIn of all things, because it'll tell you all the people's business. It tells you who's looking, when they look. LinkedIn just be telling on
Exactly.
people.
Yep.
Okay.
And yeah, but never said anything. So I'm just trying to figure out what's going on and then
Yeah.
what's coming up.
Yeah. Well, that a lot of this is about you starting to learn how to be in a place of a position of strength with your communication. The sun governs your third house of communication there. And here we have the sun at that 12th degree of Aries, but look who's paying a visit as we get literally into that time frame that I was just mentioning out in June. Saturn is conjunct your sun. And so what Saturn's trying to do is pull into alignment, pull into integrity, your self-expression. And so, as you continue to work this process of living as a securely attached person, it's going to create some harmony in your love life with whoever happens to be there, whether it's this person or somebody new. What they do, pull or not pull, push or not push, is not going to matter because you're going to continue to operate from a place of here's my values when it comes to the way I show up. It matters to me that I show up authentic, clear, congruent, in the way I deal with people, regardless of how you choose to show up. You can be confused, back and forth, double-minded. That's you. I have to go to sleep with me at night. I am going to show up 100% for the kind of person I want to be when I look in the mirror, right? And so that's the
Hmm.
work of Saturn in Aries for all of us collectively, but for you personally, that's really going to show up as Saturn strikes your sun. Sun is governor of the third house of communication, and really helping you to express those values that Uranus just spent 2 years trying to change when it comes to love, marriage, and partnership. So really well done. That was a really masterful use of a very uncomfortable transit that you've worked through. And I can tell you right now, relief is on the horizon. It is absolutely on the horizon. And not only is it on the horizon, but as Juno, Divine Feminine, prepares to go retrograde here back into Capricorn, late degrees in that eighth house of alchemy and transformation. I think you're going to see the benefit and the results of this start to show itself as you can't show up brand new in a connection and that connection stay the same. It's not possible. Either the connection is going to evolve with you or that connection is going to close itself out. But you can't, if you are showing up differently, it places a demand and a strain on the connection for it to also match you if it's going to continue. And you've set that up really nicely. So well done. I love that for you. Okay, we're at the end of time. Let me check in with you. Are you open to support? Congratulations, validation, questions, referrals, anything from our family in the chat here. If that's a yes, then you guys in the chat, give her her props. She has done her work and is continuing. But if she's a no, then in the chat and in the comments, we say nothing. If you say anything about Taria's read in the comments, know that me, Kylie, the moderators, we're gonna come behind and delete it if she says no. So Taria, your read, your show, baby. Are you open for support?
I am. I'd be happy to read anything anyone has to contribute.
Keep it positive, y'all. These are my babies. You know I love
Oh,
my people. Do not be mean to my people, okay? That's not how we roll in the Star family. So y'all keep it positive. Thank you, Taria, for letting me read for you. I appreciate that.
thank you. And thank you, everyone.
Yeah, great to have you. And congratulations on that beautiful growth.
Oh, thank you. It's
Yeah,
hard one.
well, hey, Uranus doesn't play. Uranus, it you will change with a Uranian transit. Trying to stay the same is like trying to just keep your fingers in a fire. Like, why would you do that? Take your fingers out.
Exactly. All right. Thank you.
You're so welcome. Okay. Second mini reading of the night. Hello, Catherine. How you doing? Long time.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. It's
Um,
great to reconnect with you.
it's good to see you too.
So we're
Anyway,
having trouble hearing from you. Is your microphone covered a little bit? Is there a way to uncover it?
it's my headset. Switch it.
Okay.
Is that better?
Maybe a little bit. Not quite sure. Now we have some background noise going on.
Hmm.
Like it sounds like you're
Yeah, I'm in a car. That's part of the problem.
got it.
Is
Okay,
that
no
is
problem.
that a
Go
little
ahead.
better?
We'll work with it. We'll work with it. Go ahead. Give me the state and city you were born in first.
New York, New York.
Cool. Okay. Birth date?
September 2nd, 1981.
281. So you guys are getting a preview of what it's like to have a reading on for me, one of the fishbowl readings that we have in Star Club. Go ahead with your birth time.
3:40 a.m.
Okay, amazing. I'm now going to read for Catherine. And if you'd like one of these readings, there is one full moon reading or membership left to Star Club, one new moon membership left to Star Club. I haven't checked to see if anyone's enrolled while we've been live. There's also Stellium members left to Star Club. Star Club closes enrollment on March 27th. It's less than 10 days away. but I would love for you to join and get a reading spot if you would like to join. The link to join is in the chat, if you're live, and below. All right, Catherine, what are we looking at for you, hon?
I was thinking just love, life, and happiness.
Love, life, and happiness. I love it. Okay. You too are going through a very significant change in your love life as the ruling planet of your seventh house. You have two ruling planets of marriage and love are switching signs. So let's get into that. When they switch signs, the tone and the frequency of your love life also shifts pretty
That's
dramatically
interesting.
when it's one of the outer planets. So,
Hmm.
governing planet,
What is the other planet? Uranus and Saturn?
you nailed it. Ancient and modern ruler of Aquarius. So with the Aquarian seventh house, we see that Saturn, has creeped up right here to the fourth degree of Aries. Uranus is about to leave Taurus, been here since 2018, and jump into Gemini. This is going to bring a new frequency in your love life that it's going to be different. With Uranus in an air sign instead of an earth sign, things are about to move a lot faster. Changes are not going to be as earthquaking as they have been in the last 8 years. I see you've been through a lot of like pretty dramatic state changes at the foundational level, the body level, the biochemical level, the level that specifically is like your values and who you are as a person. Saturn has
Hmm.
moving from Pisces and Aquarius. And this is a really dynamic move as well. Now that it's stepping into a fire sign, this is actually going to make you significantly more disciplined about who you are and what you want and what you're willing to have in relationship and what you're no longer willing to have. Uranus is also about to change your hopes, goals, wishes,
Hmm.
dreams in relationship. And you may have started to feel this so far. This sense that I don't know that I want what I always thought I wanted. I think I might want something different. And part of the reason why you're even feeling this
Hmm.
now is a part of is your Uranus opposition. Uranus opposite Uranus, um, natal Uranus as governor of the seventh house, transit Uranus in opposition. We had somebody ask about this in Star Club earlier today.
Oh, really?
A
I think
transit.
I've asked about it before.
Yeah, so when a planet transits the exact same planet natally, what does this mean? And so it just brings, right now we have a Taurian aspect of Uranus impacting the ruler of your love life. Pretty soon we're going to have a Gemini aspect of Uranus. So what's that change mean? What's that about? Like I said, Uranus has been trying to shake up your values the last 7, 8 years. Now it's going to shake up the way you communicate. It's also going to shake up the way you share your hopes, goals, wishes, and dreams, your aspirations. It's also going to shake up some of your friends. This transit is going to also, in part, potentially change some of the people you may have been attracted to. You may have been attracted to one type of person before. You're going to be attracted to a very different type of person going forward. Your ideal partner, the definition of ideal partnership, not even the person, but the kind of relationship, has dramatic potential to change here. You may have even felt some of that to date, where it's like, I previously thought I wanted, this type of relationship, but now I think that type of relationship would be more my speed. So
Hmm.
know that that's coming. Saturn, on the other hand, here at that fourth degree of Aries, is making interesting communication with a few different players in your chart. I'm going to mute you because we've got some background sound going on here, and I want to keep the recording
Go
clean
for it.
who's joining. But I'll ask you to unmute in a moment. Saturn here is having a different kind of conversation. So your natal Saturn is at 8 degrees of Libra. So we also have another opposition of the same kind impacting your relationship sector. There is a lot of push, pull, demand, and insistence in your chart that you clean up your boundaries in relationship. And I don't mean what you're willing to accept from other people. I mean who you're willing to be in partnership, specifically in the arena of communication. So if you were the kind of person in the past, these are random examples, they're not personal, that would really struggle in the world of communication, because we're talking about the third house and the 3-9 axis, when your feelings got hurt and you would either lash out or melt down. Saturn is saying you can't continue either one of those patterns. You need to find a more balanced pattern going forward, even if that means it's a pattern like I need time to reflect and I communicate that and then I come back and I say what I need to say calmly or clearly. Or if, you would stonewall and lock the other person out and make them come seek you to prove love, Saturn is saying, you know what? You can't keep doing that. It's going to destruct your relationship sector. So it doesn't matter what the pattern was. Anytime Saturn comes along, it's looking for what it can clean up. Even if you've worked on some of these patterns, if there's tentacles, roots of them still available, Saturn is going to say, until these are cleaned up in the world of communication, when it comes to partnership, partnership is off limits. We have to clean these up, then we can do it. Not all planets operate in that sort of step up and then get your reward way. Saturn does. Saturn does place that demand on us, but not all the other ones do. And so you may have felt some of this starting to enter your field in the last 90 days as Saturn has changed signs. Like, okay, I'm ready to clean this up in my thinking or my consciousness or my belief systems or my communication and partnership so that I can have more of what I want. I'm going to pause here and check in with you. How's this tracking with what your lived experience has been? I'm going to ask you to unmute yourself.
The Uranus part definitely tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I haven't had an opportunity for the Saturn part of the equation,
To kick in yet.
really,
Don't worry about it.
because
Saturn
my
has
twin
time.
just came back and into communication, and we haven't had a lot of opportunity to talk yet.
No worries. It doesn't even have to just be with him. It could also be with collaborative, creative partners, business partners. It could be partnerships of all kinds where you're in that one-to-one communication. And Saturn is
Mm,
saying, make the communication clean, make the communication clear, fair, equal, balanced, make the communication honoring to who you really are.
mm. Well, I feel like that's every communication,
Mhm, mhm. Yeah,
or it
Saturn
needs to
has
be.
been here for about a year, retrograding at the edge of this ninth house and then jumping fully in and then opposing the third, placing this sort of work on you. But the Uranian parts you mentioned, you've already been feeling changing value,
Mm.
perspective. What do you want? Is it different than before? Um, Tell me about that. Tell us about that.
Um, the Uranian part.
Yeah.
Oh, just that it's shifted um, in flavor and tone since it's gone into a different planet or different sign.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
starting to notice
I feel
different
like
passions, different ideals.
yeah, I feel like the vibration has shifted there quite a bit.
You're
Hold on.
really going to feel it in June when it's Uranus is fully into Gemini. Um, and the closer we get to June, the month of May, the rest of April, as we get in April, you're going to start to feel like even firmer and clearer about this. So great job. I love this. All right, Catherine, we're going to stop here. Thank you so much for being
Well,
our
thank you.
um, Fishbowl readie, our Unfami readie. I'm going to ask you actually, before I let you go, are you open to receiving support from our community? Same way I would ask anyone who's in Star Club, are you open to receiving support from our community? You might have to unmute or you can type in the chat if you want. If not, then as a community, we are silent about your reading, but if you are open to it, then people may provide a little validation, confirmation, support in the comments or here in the live chat. You have to let us know. Catherine's in transit and she's presently muted, guys, so she'll come back in a moment. But what I want to say before she answers, don't say anything in the chat yet until we get a clear yes or no from her, is that this is what the full moon readings are
Oh,
like
I'm
in Star Club.
definitely open
Yes.
to the community
You're
support.
open to it?
Yeah.
Okay, amazing. Awesome. So if you guys have some things you want to share with Catherine in the comments in the chat, feel free. Keep it positive. We keep it positive in this family. So thank you so much for respecting that. Thank you, Catherine, for being here and letting me read for you. And what you just saw was a sample of what the full moon readings are like inside of Star Club. Um, there's one full moon membership left, and that allows you to get 3 readings with me, 3 30-minute readings with me, March, April, and May. There's also one new moon reading left, new moon membership left. Again, 3 readings, one in March, one April, and one May. These do not auto renew. You just pay once, and then at the end of the quarter, I'll check in with you. You have first right of refusal if you want to keep your spot. If you don't, you can give it up. I'll be offering the reading spots to Stellium members first. If you know you want to get in, but you can't, you don't want to pay this right now, that's okay. Join as a Stellium member. It's $22 a month. And then that way, when I open up opportunities for readings going forward, you'll be the first to know. After Stellium, then I'll be telling the private list. After the private list, then I'll share with the wider YouTube community. But that just means that we're keeping closer community in 2026. Um, if you'd like to join, please do so now. Like I said, there's only one of each of those memberships left, and then everything that it comes with is here. You'll see that there's the different readings, and then the different types of live events are listed below. We have a ton of live events in Star Club, different types. I'm going to go into our first member voted live in just a few moments. So if you'd like to join, this is where we kind of let our hair down in Star Club. We chat, we hang out, bring snacks. I've already got my tea ready. Not metaphorically, but literally. Excuse me. Um, and we're just gonna have a little chit chat about anything you want to talk about. I put up a poll in our member area that asks people what they want to talk about tonight. Let's just check out what the people said. Okay, so I asked people what they want to talk about. Um, I asked, do you want to talk about why Timothy Chalamet lost his mind last week and thought he was going to talk badly about ballet? Nobody wants to talk about that. Clearly, that's going to be a late night me thing by myself. Um, but people did want to talk about the events in Iran and what the start date means for what's going to happen going forward. So we're going to talk about that tonight. We're also going to talk about what the Eliasons buying Paramount Skydance means for media going forward, given the birth date of that media company's inception and this recent purchase. Where is that taking the media company and what's that going to mean for us as a collective? Few people wanted to know, maybe one person, what Jay-Z changing his name on his music means going forward. But if the majority of the group that's there wants to talk about something different altogether, then we will. I follow your flow. If I can make a chart about it, I read about it and answer your questions about it. And our next lunar circle is actually next Friday at 2 p.m., where I'm going to give you elsewhere in the sky for our full moon in Libra so that you know what else is unfolding after this Mercury, whatchamacallit, retrograde. We're in shadow now for a Juno retrograde. So I'm going to talk more deeply about that in Star Club. Just FYI, for any of you who are like, yeah, I don't really care about astrology. I'm a twin flame or a divine counterpart, and that's why I'm on this channel. What you should know is that in Star Club, over half of the people who are there also identify in the same way, and they're super supportive about that journey for you. So if that's something that you're interested in, that is definitely something that we can talk about there. It's very supportive, very intimate community, and I look forward to having you join. Okay, we're going to stop here for tonight. I thank you all for being here live for this open house for Star Club. It was a treat to be with you all. I'm going to grab some dinner and some tea. And if you're joining me live tonight, I will see you in our member voted live momentarily. Star Club enrollment is going to close very soon, and I would love for you to be a member before we close out. It closes on March 27th, which is coming up really quickly here. So if you know that you have wanted to be a part of a community that's really positive, that is supportive of what you're going through and growing through, then I strongly recommend joining Star Club. It's probably one of the better communities I've ever been a part of. It's a very active community. And it's a buffet, so you don't have to do everything. There's a ton of different types of content, but you don't need to do all of it. Just do the parts that work for you. You won't be missing anything. Focus on what you're interested in, get the community support. It's 22 bucks a month, which isn't very much, for a lot of availability and access and community to help you navigate 2026. All right. Thank you, Kylie. Thank you so much, Hope, Love, and Sunshine, for being such amazing moderators this evening. Thank you so much to Raven and to Jules, who joined as Star Club members to chat with us about Star Club and let you guys know what the experience is about. And thank you to everyone who has listened live, who's been here live with me. It's a privilege, an honor, and a pleasure to get to do what I do. I do not take it lightly that I can wake up every day and say, I love what I do for work, which makes it easier that sometimes there are 12 and 16-hour days when things go awry as they did last week. But it's such a cool treat to be able to connect with so many of you. It is my prayer and my intention before I hit record, before I go live, before I join any reading with one-on-one time, is that God places in my mind, heart, and mouth exactly what you need to hear to act on the dreams that God has given you. However you identify God, God, Goddess, Allah, Jesus, great mystery, spirit, the divine. Your life exists as a sacred contract between you and that energy so that you can be an expression of your divinity here on the planet. My goal and intention is to always support you in expressing that even further, living that truth even more in whichever way I can do. And so when you join Star Club, that is precisely what it is that I'm up to over there. And I look forward to being able to support you even more deeply. Thanks for joining and listening, and I look forward to seeing you in Star Club. Take great care. Bye for now.